Welcome to Top of the Round Paradigm. My name is Kenan, and I am the GM for this campaign. With me we have...
Hi, I'm Nikki and I play Clover.
Hi, I'm Jorash and I play Alan's husband.
Hey guys, Daddy's back. I just had to turn up because you guys know I love a big finish, and apparently it's the mid-season finale. So hopefully this is just a spectacular finish. I love watching and participating. Not participating in this one, but I'm watching really closely. So shout out to Raymond, Renee, and Mama Mac for your episode reviews on Podchaser. If you want to get shouted at by me or someone else that's hopefully as sexy, when the show comes back after the mid-season break, head over to Podchaser or Apple Podcasts and leave us a review. Or head over to Spotify and leave us a rating and tell us so that we can say your name with my sultry voice. Leave us your name. Give us your name.
Hey Tots, it's the mid-season finale, somehow, of Book 1. And we are so excited to share this finale with you. We have a party in our Discord today at 6:30 p.m. CST. Join us. There is a prize that is going to be provided by Justin for one lucky listener and participant. So if you're not there, I don't know what you're doing with your life, but you should be there. So, see you there.
After this mid-season finale, we will be off for 3 weeks. But you can catch us again for episode 23 on September 25th. Or if you're listening in the future, and episode 23 is already on your feed, you can disregard this message.
Huge thank you to our executive producers, Ray and Jermaine.
We have an aforementioned Discord where we have more than just parties. So we talk about the show all the time and theorize, and it's a lot of fun. So come and join us. Link is in the show notes.
Guys, we also have a Patreon. So if you're in this drought between the mid-season finale, which is now, and the mid-season premiere, which is in 3 weeks on September 25th, you can fill that void by going to patreon.com/topoftheround and subscribing and listening to all of the amazing backlog of things that we have created exclusively for our patrons, such as Die, the dramatic interpretive experience, which currently is retelling Campaign 1 in a very theatrical fashion.
Hello. You can refer to me as the Witness. If you would like to show your support for Abraxas, we accept tithes at toterpodcast.com and click on the merch. Unlike other churches, you do get something out of it.
Hey, if you would like to send tithes to White Raven Studios, aka us, to make our days, or just send us random shit that you really, really like or want us to have, do send it to White Raven Studios, P.O. Box 603, Circle Pines, Minnesota 55014. What better way to celebrate the mid-season finale than by sending us a sticky note with fan art of Chaz and Varian? What's their ship name? Charian?
Cherry.
Variaz.
Variaz.
I like Charian more than Variaz.
If you like ruin surprises, head to the show notes below for the trigger warnings for this episode.
Let's check in with Justin to see what happened last time.
Thanks, Ken. This is Justin with Justin. I'm standing here. It's kind of dark. I'm not sure where here is. But I got an interview with the apostle known as Guilt, who also apparently is known as Alan, Varian's husband. So I'm trying to think of ways to ask you questions that don't sound like we're on a daytime talk show.
Not a huge fan of my relationship with Varian being calm and knowledge already, but ask your questions.
Are you ashamed of being with Varian?
No. But I am guilty for what I've done.
Is it because you lost yours and Varian's daughter? How does that work?
It's not Varian's daughter.
That's why you're guilty.
She was from when I was alive.
So he's her stepfather. Why did you go looking for her without him?
I really don't want to talk about personal information.
Oh, okay. Well, so there you have it, I think. Should go check on Varian. He's sort of rampaging through the city. And I think something really bad just happened to Clover. Don't worry, Gil, it's not entirely your fault.
It probably is.
I guess you can just add it to your guilt. Back to you, Kenan.
Thanks, Justin. Our story continues now. We left off with Varian angrily crawling through a tunnel, and
I think we really should iterate how fast he's going. 35 feet per 6 seconds. Walking speed, but crawling.
he's a scuttle boy. And Clover getting kidnapped, as the child she is.
Not yet. It's just a shackle.
You're not a child yet?
No.
The attempt has been made. Let's find out if it actually succeeds right now on this episode of Dragon Ball Z.
Dun, 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 dun.
Varian, we're going to start with you.
Fuck you so much. Fuck you.
I scuttle forward. What, do I reach the end of the tunnel with my massive scuttling skills?
Yes, you do. All right, the tunnel you scuttle through very quickly. At mass speeds, the tunnel straightens out and becomes more level as you start seeing a light at the end of it. And you are suddenly dead. No. You get to the end of the tunnel and stand up if you would wish to. You can stand the tunnel if you'd like.
I'll stand up.
Does he notice he's alone?
Do you care?
I'm not looking back. I'm moving forward with haste.
Okay. That's what I thought.
That's what I chose right now. I have tunnel vision in the tunnel.
Episode title, Tunnel Vision. Anyway, as you stand up, you are accosted by a pungent odor and piles of different objects, most shiny. It looks kind of like a trash heap, but of things with value.
I see. Okay.
And you see a perception check.
32.
You see a small, cricket-looking humanoid scuttling across the ceiling, wearing a monocle and a little vest with a pocket handkerchief in it, and it lands in front of you.
Welcome.
Are you Tannis?
Yes.
Varian will reach into his bag and pull out a battery. I need one of these. Do you have any?
Very rare.
Do you have any?
Yes.
Charged? Full?
Maybe.
If you were to press the insignia on the battery, would it show you even when it's out of the...
No.
No?
When it's out of the machine, it is constantly lit if there's any left in it.
Okay. Does it have a light on it?
Yes.
Can you show me?
Shiny.
Can you show me?
Yes.
Where is it?
And it starts hopping along the barely visible path through the clutter.
Varian follows closely.
Right? Clover,
Yes.
Quit goofing off.
Wow.
as you are being yanked backwards,
As she's goofing off.
you feel your second arm shackled behind you, and as you are turned away from the mound of dirt that Varian crawled into, you see a group of humanoids about your height in dark red leather garb and bows. Roll a perception check for the rest.
23.
You see feathers sticking out of the leather garb. You don't know if that's part of the armor or if they actually have feathers on them.
Whoa, 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 whoa. No.
One of them shoves a piece of parchment in your face with your picture on it. You?
I'm going to focus on my magic.
All right. You focus on your magic.
I'm going to try to cast Gaseous Form.
All right. Which way are you headed?
Straight.
Straight. All right. You stride through the one holding the sign in your face.
I need you to roll a reflex save.
Oof. 23.
That fails. Let's see. 7 fire damage.
Hot?
Am I out of the shackles?
Nope.
Seriously?
Mm-hmm.
Again, burn him to death. Roast that bird.
Bums! No. Let me go.
The other 5 draw their bows and point them at you.
Calm?
No.
You say no.
Yeah.
Does a 29 hit?
Yeah.
Take 6 piercing damage as you are shot in the shoulder with an arrow. Calm!
Ow! It's gonna get infected. Let me go.
Your choice.
I'm gonna haven't done this yet. I'm gonna try and fireball him. I'm gonna open my mouth and try and fireball him.
At which one?
Whichever one is closest.
Okay. 32.
Yeah, that passes.
As the fire starts to form in your mouth, you get smacked across the face and gagged. Calm!
Is it cloth?
The gag?
Uh-huh.
No,
What is it?
it's metal.
A metal gag.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's like a metal bar with leather on each end that's tied behind your head.
Clover is not calm.
I'm going to focus on my magic and try to gaseous form again.
Okay. Which direction?
Whichever one will get me out of there.
You try to stride further away from the cluster of people.
Mm-hmm.
And you make it about 10 feet before the chains pull taut.
What chains?
Roll a perception check.
Okay. 19.
You look behind you and you see a chain leading from you to the humanoid with slightly singed garb that was holding the
Poster?
wanted poster of you. Has chains wrapped around their arm.
Do they all seem like bird folk?
They all look very similar to each other.
She's gonna focus on her magic and desperately try and get away again.
How?
She's just gonna turn to ash again, I suppose.
Yes.
She's gonna turn to gas, quote unquote, again.
Alright, you discorporate and don't go anywhere and reconstitute yourself.
How are people reacting to this scene?
The people are creating a circle around you and whispering to each other, and there's one of the humanoids going around holding out the wanted poster.
Okay. And I have an arrow in my shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
Is it thick?
It's pretty thin.
Okay. She is just struggling and trying to get away.
Alright. Does a 25?
No.
Ooh. Alright, as you are flickering between gas, quote unquote, and you, one of the figures tries to hit you over the head with a stick, and it goes through your gas form.
Okay.
Does it burn them?
No, because that's not how the move works.
Should be.
And they're not going through with them, the stick is.
Okay. So she is going to, out of breath, be still for a moment because she would like to not get hit in the head.
Calm!
And her eyes are just flashing between all of them. And she's wondering where the fuck Varian went.
You know where Varian went.
Do I still have my bag on me or did it fall off?
You still have your back on you.
Okay. She stops turning to gas for a moment and just lays there trying to figure out a better way out of this situation.
Okay. As you're laying there, you suddenly start getting drug across the ground.
Cool. Can I try and get to my feet?
Sure.
Okay.
Roll a reflex save.
Okay. 25.
You're able to stumble to your feet as they're pulling you along.
Cool. Clover's having a great time.
Varian,
Varian.
you follow this cricket-like person to what looks to be a table that has been fashioned out of mud. And they hop around it, and you hear the jingling of different metal objects bouncing and running into each other. And they pull out a little battery that's shining very brightly.
Is it the same size battery?
It is not.
That won't work. It's not the same size. Is that the only one you have?
And you hear the clinking of metals again. Pulls out a slightly dimmer one that is the same size.
Okay. How much dimmer? Percentage-wise, how can I tell?
It's giving off the same light as yours. It's just not as bright as the other one. Like the other battery was stronger, but bigger.
How much of the battery is full? Or is it full?
It's full.
How much?
What do you have of value?
Money. How much money? I have an empty one. And pull out the one that's completely empty.
Empty's less value, or else you would not want to trade for the full.
How much?
What do you have?
I have that.
And?
Gold?
What am I to use gold for?
To buy stuff. Food.
I don't buy my food.
Drink. Other things from other people.
I trade for my things.
I don't have anything I can part with. Except money.
Then I will take your money.
Okay? How much?
All of it? I don't know how money works.
Last time I bought one of those, it was 2 gold. So how about 2 gold? That's how much it's worth.
Go back to where you got it and spend 2 gold.
I won't be able to make it back there.
So this has more value.
3 gold then.
Do you have 5?
No. All I have is 3. Shall I roll a deception?
Yes.
There's my fucking natty 20. So 34.
3 gold and the empty one.
Okay, 3 gold and the empty one. Varian will fish out 3 gold and the empty one and give it to him.
He starts 9 on one of the pieces of gold and hands you the full one with one of his arms.
Thank you. Goodbye. Varian will turn around and start walking back through the path.
Clover,
Yeah.
you are now on your feet, being pulled along the path out of the city.
I'm gonna try and gust of wind the one holding my chains.
Alright.
I'll try and knock him over.
Is that reflex? Is that hit?
I'm just using the element. That's not a move.
Oh, okay. Roll to hit.
Okay. What do you want me to add?
Nothing.
11.
Right. You see their cloak rustle in the breeze you're making, and see that they are, in fact, covered in feathers and not part of their gear.
She's going to say crumbs behind the gag, which doesn't sound like crumbs at all. And then she is going to focus on her magic, and if I was to try and rain on them, we are underground.
What was the range?
120 feet.
Okay.
Sorry, everyone in the city.
Right, rain starts to fall.
Is that freaking people out?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And you said reflex save?
I did.
Drown them all. Flood the city.
33 for the group, and then for the civilians,
Damn it, the 33 passes.
14 for the civilians.
That's not good. 11 damage. Fuck.
Right, roll a perception check.
Oh my god. 21.
You see the humanoidal figures covered in feathers dragging you, moving around the bigger droplets and the smaller of the rain splashing across their armor. You also see the civilians getting full-on pelted by these massive raindrops and collapsing to the ground.
I dismiss it. I am gonna try and make any water on the ground ice, though.
You hear,
You okay, Daddy?
Oh no! No! Clover looks horrified. Horrified! Jesus, mother, no.
you're a menace to society and need to be arrested.
No! I'm trying to make the path ice. I'm trying to slow them down.
Alright, roll a flat check.
Okay. 6.
It does not turn to ice.
I continue to try.
Okay, good luck with that. You continue to get pulled away. Varian,
Yo, that's me.
You speed crawl through the tunnel
Yeah.
and pop out, and there's no Clover.
Do I hear the commotion? See the commotion?
You hear a perception check.
30?
You hear some screaming.
Varian, still angry, gets out of the hole, realizes Clover's nowhere around, hears the screaming, looks over in that direction. Do I see wetness, flooding, anything?
Blood on the ground.
Yeah, blood,
You
singed
see-
feathers.
You see a few singed feathers on the ground and a brief drag mark and then a couple footprints.
I ready my bow and follow the footprints in the direction, I'm assuming, of the screaming.
Okay.
Okay. Do I see anything?
Roll a survival check.
26?
Alright, you're able to follow the footprints, and you also make out that there are 5 other sets of footprints that seem more bestial than the ones you were following. Slightly bigger, but roughly the same size as what you could assume would be Clover's footprints.
Okay. I'm moving until I make sight.
Right, you continue onward, and the ground starts to get mushy and muddy, and you see a man crumpled on the ground, blood spilling out of his head, and a little girl shaking him
Oh my god, that's so traumatizing!
and screaming and crying.
I'll step over them and continue.
They're not in the middle of the road, they're on the side.
I go out of my way to step over. I continue
Okay.
with haste.
Clover.
Yeah.
One of them walks up behind you, and you hear a weapon being unsheathed. Do you want to do anything?
Does it sound metal?
Mm-hmm.
I have something for that. Hang on. You make a weapon unbearable to hold. You don't need to have a hand free to make this disarm attempt.
I'm assuming you're heating it up.
I am. Hang on. 27.
Alright, roll your damage.
The target takes 46 fire damage unless it drops the weapon.
Alright, it drops the weapon. Ow! You feel your hand being forced upward and splayed open,
Okay.
and you feel a pinprick on one of your fingers.
I am wearing gloves.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And it takes a bit for the blood to reach through the glove, but you feel your hand being pressed up against something.
I can't tell what it is.
You're wearing gloves.
Fuck you. Okay.
And then it is removed. Not your hand. What your hand was pressed up
Jesus
against.
Christ. Okay.
And the figure that was behind you moves in front of you, and you can roll a perception check.
I would love to do that. That is a 27.
Right, you see it holding a piece of parchment with a bloody fingerprint, but there's no real fingerprint because you're wearing gloves. It's just that shape of like a glove print.
Okay. Clover has tears in her eyes, less from fear and more because she hurt someone on accident while trying to get away. And she is glowering at the one holding the parchment.
You see it lifted up to one of its compadres and work? And you see the other one looking it up and down. Maybe.
Can I see anything on that paper?
It looks blank, just with a red smudge.
I don't like that. Okay.
They roll it up and stow it in one of their packs.
Clover is trying to figure out a way to get out of this. Can I focus on my magic, summon fire, and try to melt the shackles?
You can certainly try. I will tell you now it's going to fail because they're magical.
That's fine. She's still trying.
But yeah, you can try.
Okay, I'm trying.
All right. How long are you going to try?
5 minutes, unless one of them try to stop me.
Okay. The chains start to get very hot, and you'll take 6 fire damage.
So I
minus
take 1.
whatever
I take
resistance
1.
you have.
Yeah, okay.
But they don't melt or break or anything.
She dismisses the fire and groans. Guess I'm stumbling along after them because I'm afraid to hurt anyone.
All right, you get to what looks to be a dead end as they veer off the path. And they take the parchment and what looks to be just a wall and they hold up the parchment to the wall. Work? And the wall starts to shake, and the mud moves over to the side, and there is a humanoid-ish person with very root-like body and leaves, and there's a couple of flowers growing off his right shoulder. Steps out and takes the parchment from the figure kidnapping you.
Uh-huh.
And looks at it. This is the best you could do. Gloves! And they kind of shrug.
Okay.
Fine, get in. And they drag you into this wall.
Great.
And it closes up behind you.
Fantastic.
Varian,
Yes.
as you're following the footprints, you notice that they veer off the path that would lead outside the city and lead to a dead end and then just stop.
I will look at this dead end wall, look up and around. I'm gonna bang on the wall.
No response.
I don't hear anything. I don't see signs of movement from the wall.
Mm-mm. The footprints just dead end at the wall.
Varian's gonna think about the hidden paths that were in Gehenna that Gearboy took them on.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna press on the wall, see how solid it is.
It's very solid.
Okay. I'm gonna try a risky follow technique. I'm gonna slip into the ethereal plane.
Oh. Oh shit.
See if I can shift through and bypass this wall.
Oh no. Oh no.
Okay. Okay.
He likes me.
As you shift into the ethereal plane, what is in front of you is what looks to be a cave with an open tunnel made out of glass.
The cave is made out of glass?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
There's no wall there, it's just an open tunnel.
Okay, I make my way into the cave. How far does this cave go? This pathway.
As far as you can see.
Okay, I'll run for about 20-30 seconds and then pop back into the material plane
Okay.
to make sure I'm fully past the barrier.
Alright. Clover,
Yeah.
as you are dragged through this cave system, you hear the occasional chitter from one of the captors.
Okay.
And the cave eventually opens up into this large room. You see what look to be bird folk as they're not wearing armor. And it's lit by those same bioluminescent bulbs that are lighting up the rest of the city. Back! Back! Not calm! Careful! Varian,
Yes.
you pop back into the material plane in a path in a cave.
Okay, I continue down this path
Okay.
and looking for tracks.
Oh, you see a survival check.
27.
Right, you pick up on the tracks again and notice that there is a additional set.
Okay.
Clover,
Yeah.
they pull you into this room in the cavern and wrap the chain around one of the large roots dangling from the ceiling to the floor.
Okay.
Prepare! They're not talking to you.
Oh yeah. Well, that.
And they just leave you there if you want to do something.
I do. I want to try and burn the root.
Okay, so you back up and get close to the root
Uh huh.
and try and set it on fire?
Yeah.
It's very rude. Alright, you set it on fire, and everyone around you starts freaking out.
Good.
Not calm! Not calm!
I'm trying to pull the chain away from it as it burns.
Alright, it is on fire, and you're pulling the chain, and it's still wrapped around there pretty tightly.
Okay, I'm gonna try and rain in this room.
Alright, before you do that, does a 27 hit you?
Yeah.
Take 4 piercing damage as you are shot again with a little arrow.
Where is that one?
That one is in your side.
Oh, fun. Cool. Arrow.
Calm down!
She's not calming down.
Alright, you start the rain.
Yep.
Reflex save.
Yep.
Oh no, I rolled bad. Oh no. That is 22.
Oh, yeah. Hey, 3d8. Hang on just a second here. 22 water damage.
All right. You start pelting the bird folk with rain. The fire that was on the root is extinguished, and some of them collapse. Some of them look very beat up and battered, but are still conscious. Varian,
Yes.
you get to the end of the cave system and hear rain falling. And once the cave opens up, you see perception check.
34.
See a clover bound to a root that's slightly burned. A bunch of bird humanoids collapse on the ground. A lot don't seem very well off, but are still kneeling or braced up against something. And you also see a humanoidal figure made out of roots and flowers standing amongst the rain, staring at Clover. None of them are fully standing unless if they're braced up against something.
Just how many look like they could get up and attack Clover?
Just the root humanoid seems okay. All the bird folk seem like if they are standing, it is because they're braced up against something and they're not going to be able to move.
Okay. Do I see who's holding the... It's on the root, right?
Mhm.
The chains?
Yeah.
The root's not attached to the root creature.
Yes.
Okay. That's why I just need to make sure that that wasn't like attached to him somehow.
No. He is on the other side of the room, staring at Clover.
Staring at her with what sort of vibe?
A little bit of anger, but also curiosity.
Cool. Fun.
All right. How far away am I from this scene? From Clover and from the root creature?
You're about 50 feet from Clover and 150-ish feet away from the root creature.
Okay. And there's still some standing upright-ish. They're just all braced around Clover.
There's two braced up against the wall by Clover within 10 feet
Of her.
of her. And then the others are either kneeling or braced up against other things further away.
All right. I'm going to start marching towards Clover, and as I do, I'm going to shoot the bird creatures. One by one.
Sorry, Squalls and the, like, future birdie friends.
Calm!
I shoot.
Pay!
Did you even need me to roll?
No.
Then I'm just going to shoot all of them as I make my way towards her. Every single one of them.
Okay.
Whether they're leaning, kneeling, on the ground. I'm just going to make sure each one of them's dead.
Birdicide.
They pissed me off when I was already pissed off.
Right, you get to Clover and you hear, "You have no right. She's wanted."
You don't tell me what I do or do not have the right to. We are leaving, and if you try and stop me, I will rip that soul from your body.
What have we done? Clover's staring at you wide-eyed. And, oh yeah, she's all bloody and arrowed up.
Very well. So 41 hit.
Yeah, that critically hits.
Oh, we shouldn't have fucked with him.
Take 26 piercing damage as a root ruptures from the ground and pierces your torso.
Okay.
And roll initiative.
Should I?
If you want.
Yeah. 32.
31.
Alright, Clover, you go first. What would you like to do?
So, the creature just tried to hurt him?
He didn't try. He did.
What's on his body?
Vines and flowers.
What's his face look like?
It looks like a bunch of compact vines wrapped around each other to form like a facial image.
I'm gonna try and shrink him.
Shrink him?
Shrink the vines on his face.
Oh. Alright. Roll a flat check.
Sure. 16.
Alright. A couple of his vines shrink on his face and it leaves little pockets where his face would be.
Would that you consider that a single action?
Yes.
Okay. What's his reaction to that?
Nothing.
Okay. I'm going to ignite the root again
All right.
so I can try and let it disintegrate so I can get away from it.
Alrighty, you catch it back on fire.
And then I'm going to try and freeze any water that's on the ground.
Roll a flat check.
18.
Right, you're able to create a thin layer of ice across any wet surface.
Okay. How does our friend react to that?
He can't really tell. He has holes in his face.
Cool. All right.
Anything else?
That's it.
Alright, Varian.
Are you standing, Clover?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. As I'm right there with her, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Would you count me putting my hands on Clover as a free action? Like just touching?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. I'm gonna look at the plant creature. I don't know what a fae like you wants or needs money for. We are leaving, and I don't think Chaz would be very pleased with you. And I'm going to look over at Clover and say, just trust me on this. And holding onto her shoulders, I'm going to try and pull both of us into the ethereal plane. It takes all 3 of my actions, and it's going to take all 3 of yours on your next turn,
Okay.
if you want to come with me.
She does.
Alright. It is Mr. Viney's turn.
Things have changed, Eledrin child. And I'm sure Chaz doesn't care.
He's gonna try and attack you again. Natural 20, so that is a 45.
It doesn't matter. It's going to be a critical success.
Shit.
24 piercing damage as another root extends from the ground and hits your thigh.
Okay.
And he's gonna attack you again.
Does he still have a hand on Clover?
I have both of my hands on Clover. I'm not letting go.
40.
That's still a critical success.
28 piercing damage as the vine rips out of your thigh and jams itself into your abdomen.
Cool.
And then for his last attack, I rolled like shit.
Oh no, poor you.
Minus 10 would be 18.
That misses.
Okay. It pulls itself out of your stomach and goes to hit one of your arms, but misses. Kind of slides across your armor. Clover, it's your turn.
Okay.
You use all 3 actions to come with me.
Yeah.
Alright. Varian, on your turn, you and Clover are suddenly in the ethereal plane.
What about her binds? Did they follow, or are they? Is it just her? And her
She
stuff?
is still bound, but the chains that were wrapped around the vine fall to the ground as the vine is no longer there, and all of her stuff is there. It looks like there are particles of Clover dissolving off her and floating into the air, but she doesn't diminish in any mass.
I have my stuff with me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But she's still chained.
Still bound.
And there's no system to unlatch her. It's because it's a magic chain.
There is a keyhole.
But the key is not here.
No, the key is not in the ethereal plane.
It's probably on one of the dead birds.
Probably.
Varian will run over and grab the chains that fell and wind them up and bring them back to Clover. And he will pick her up with his cloak.
Okay.
And
Do you let him pick you up? Or should he roll?
No, I let him. I mean, a lot is happening at once, and she just is staring at him wide-eyed. It's not like she can see anything. She's fucking gagged, so...
Varian will run with Clover back into the glassy tunnel cave entrance where he came from.
Okay.
All the way through until it ends and he's back where he was before.
Alright, you are what would look to be a beach if there's any water around you. The ground underneath your feet is white sand, but you're enclosed in a large green glassy sphere.
I'm enclosed, like it appeared around me?
No, when you ran back to outside the...
Okay. So once I reach there, I will look at Clover and say, alright, we're going back. Follow me. And then I will pull us back to the material plane.
Alright.
I want to go.
I don't know how else to meta say. Use your actions to follow.
Alright, so you both pop back into the material plane by the wall that Clover you knew opened and you went in.
I'm still being held by your cloak.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, once we are back, I will set you down.
How am I doing with arrows sticking in my body?
Depends how much health you have left.
Okay.
They're not going to keep hurting you
Yeah, no, I'm good.
unless you rip them out.
Just bleeding. She's just gonna stand there, staring at the wall, and then looking over at Varian.
I don't know what he meant by that. I need to get these off of you.
Varian will lean down and try and figure out if there's a way he can take the mouth gag off of her, at least.
Mouth gag isn't magical. It's just a metal bar with some leather that's tied behind her head.
Then I will undo that
Okay.
and remove that.
What?
I don't know how to get these chains off you. The key's probably back there on one of them.
I can't get out of him. I usually do if I... You came for me.
I don't know what happened. I just went into that place to get a battery, and then you were gone.
They jerked me away. I couldn't get away, and then I heard someone in town on accident because I was trying to get away.
Don't worry about that now. We need to get these chains off you. Somehow.
They won't come off.
I'm aware.
Who was that?
I don't know. The key is probably on one of those creatures I killed.
Do we have to go back in there?
We don't have to go anywhere. I have to go back in there.
So I'll sit here, catch my breath. I need to get these arrows out of me.
You can't do anything until I unchain you, but I don't want to just leave you here for someone else to try and grab you.
Where exactly do you intend to leave me?
I don't know. I don't know what's safe here. Nothing's safe here. Unless there's someone here that has the means to take these off you.
Well, a lot of the townsfolk saw me in the poster, so it's not good.
I don't know how they got through this ball to get to the tunnel on the other side, but
They held my blood against the wall.
they held your blood against the wall.
Yeah.
Varian is going to lift you to your feet.
We need to get away from here then. If it tries to follow and come back.
Okay.
Roll perception checks. I just nat 20.
26.
36.
Both of your fear vanishes.
Varian? You feel that?
Fear?
Asher?
Varian looks around as he is still trying to help Clover away from the wall. You see what looks to be a small child walk out of the shadows from the corner.
There you guys are.
Hi,
It's a weird. Clover has arrows and is bound. Varian is angry as fuck.
Is it the same form?
No, it's a different kid.
Fear?
That's me.
Do you know how to get magical chains off of her without the key?
I know of someone who can. I can't.
Who is that someone? And are they close?
They're not close, no. Veda probably can.
I don't know who Veda is. I know where the key is, but it's beyond that wall. But there is a fey creature that is beyond me in there.
Do you want me to deal with them? I can probably get the key.
It's probably on one of the dead
Where'd you
bird
come
creatures. Clover,
What?
wait. It's probably on one of the dead bird creatures. If you think you can handle it.
Varian will gesture to his own body.
It did this to me in mere seconds.
Never mind.
Who's Veda?
You're fast, right? Do you think you can grab it and
I don't
escape?
I don't feel like I run that fast.
What are you doing here? I thought you didn't come up north.
I don't, but I was trying to find you guys.
Okay, where's this Veda?
Probably at Repentance. But I could go get him if you guys are good here. You don't seem the best.
We're not good.
No.
I need to get these out of me.
She needs to get those out of her. And she's the medic.
Is there a medic in the city?
Probably.
But they all saw my face in my poster.
I don't think everyone in the city saw your face.
A lot of them did.
Just like the area you were in.
I'm sure we can find someone else. Did I see anything that looked to be medical related as we traveled into the city?
Roll a society check.
19.
You think you remember seeing a little vial sign on one of the shops you passed?
I think there was a shop back that way.
How long would it take to get Veda?
A little bit. I don't know if she's busy or not.
What's a little bit?
Well, if she's busy, it could be a lot more than a little bit.
So what should we do?
Let's go get... We were gonna go there anyway.
Wait, why are you looking for us?
Because he said he would find us.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hasn't been that long, has it?
Varian's still staring at the wall. Do I see any signs of it moving or anything?
Roll a perception check.
I am looking right at it. 36.
You see no signs of it moving.
Okay, so... Are you really sure that you don't think you can take whatever it was, or at least get in there and get the key and come back out here?
No.
I don't want him to get hurt.
Yeah, I don't want to get hurt.
I shrunk the vines on his face.
Would you rather I go in there and get hurt?
Over me? Yes.
No, Varian, you already got hurt.
Not that I want you to get hurt, but like, if I had to choose, you know? Hope you don't take offense to that.
Are you stronger than a fae? A tree, vine creature?
Hope so.
Because we can get her out of those in a minute if you can get the key.
Roll a diplomacy check.
God, I'm terrible at those. 9, 20, 30, 20.
Alright, but you guys have to come with me, and if I get hurt, Clover's healing me first.
I can't heal anyone with my hands behind my back.
She needs to stay somewhere safe from that thing. I'll go with you.
So I'll stay right here.
Alright, but if I get hurt, she's healing me first?
Okay, fine.
Okay.
Or you could go get Veda and we could avoid this altogether.
I like that plan.
How long will it take to get Veda? I need specific time.
Well,
Minutes, hours, days.
if she's not busy, a day or two. She is busy. If I can convince her to stop what she's doing, depends what she's doing.
It would be
long time.
It would be easier just to travel to Ribbons here. So why don't we go get the key?
Because I don't want to.
Thea,
What? I'm just a kid.
you're choosing to be a kid right now.
That usually works. The kid vanishes, and by the door, suddenly the mid-20s white-haired Asher is knocking on the wall. So how does this work?
I don't know.
They put my blood on it.
Baron will walk over to Clover and wipe his palm on her bloodied wound to get blood on his hand, and he's going to walk over to the wall and put his hand on the wall.
Nothing happens.
It was on a piece of parchment.
I don't understand why the Fae wanted you.
'Cause I wanted.
But why do they need money?
Roll perception checks.
19.
37.
Clover, you're a bit distracted and woozy. Varian, you see fear knocking on the wall, and the wall vanishes.
Oh. Huh.
What happened?
I don't know.
Clover's gonna sit down.
Well, that seems a little too easy. You sure we need this key?
Otherwise we have to travel all the way to Repentance with her bound.
And that's bad, right?
I'm not helping her go to the bathroom.
Fair point, fair point.
Really uncomfortable, and I need to treat my wounds.
And she needs to treat her wounds sooner than later.
Alright, I'll be behind you 100% of the way.
Varian will grab Fear and drag him at shoulder. Like, right beside him. Not behind him. Beside him.
Alright, so you drag him through the tunnel. I would really prefer to be behind you.
No.
Is this how you treat all your friends?
Yes.
Wow, okay.
Tell you what. We get the key. If he tries to attack us, I can get us out through the ethereal plane.
Ooh, never been there. As far as I remember, anyway.
Clover is sitting crisscross applesauce and sadly growing flowers around herself in a circle.
Right. I need Varian and Fear to roll reflex saves.
Natty 20, so 40.
Ooh, good job. A root shoots out from the ceiling of the cave and misses you, Varian, but seems to go right through Fear, and then Fear dissolves.
Oh, come on.
And you hear just echoing around you, that was close.
If you can be invisible, just go get the key.
I'm not invisible. I'm right here.
Where is he?
He's behind you.
How close are we to the opening where all the shindigs happen?
About 1,000 feet.
1,000 feet still from getting there?
This might be easier in the other plane.
If you think so.
I'm gonna grab Fear and be like,
Just allow yourself to come with me.
Is it that easy?
I'm gonna pop into the ethereal plane.
You both pop into the ethereal plane, and you notice that there is a darkness around Fear, and there's just shadows billowing off of him, and his garb looks more tattered than it should be. And roll a perception check.
36.
There is a black ichor oozing from what looks to be a wound from his neck.
Oh, you really shouldn't be here. We need to hurry.
I don't feel so good.
Never mind. I'm gonna grab him and say, you're coming back with me to the material plane.
Okay.
And I'm gonna pop us back into the material plane.
Oh, no! Don't hurt that friendship.
You pop back onto the material plane and he falls to the ground.
Okay.
What was that?
That is apparently... You don't go to the ethereal plane. That does not work with you.
I don't know what.
I'm assuming that you've been killed before and it was a neck wound.
That's scary. And he's like pawing at his neck.
Okay, on your feet, quickly.
Do we have to?
Yeah.
Okay. And he will be right behind you, unless if you want to drag him.
I'm dragging him and rushing him.
Alright, roll another reflex save.
That is 36.
Much like the last route, but this one comes from beneath you, and you're both able to dodge it as Fear once again dissolves into shadow and then appears somewhere else.
I feel like you'd be better off alone doing this.
No, nope, you're definitely coming with me. There's no way I can do this alone.
Alright, how far are we now?
Oh, 250 feet?
We keep running. I grab him again and drag him so he's with me.
Alright. The cave system opens up into that large room filled with the corpses of birds.
Is there still ice on the ground?
No.
There's water on the ground, though.
It is very damp, yes. And you see the vine figure about 150 feet still from the door. But he is now kneeling at one of the bird corpses.
What do you mean he doesn't care?
He came back with a friend. Let's hope he puts up more of a fight than you did. Roll initiative.
I'm growing flowers.
37.
37. Alright, Fear will go first. You said one of the bird guys?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, try and distract him. And he disappears. And roll a perception check.
33.
You see a small child hiding behind one of the boxes of general goods.
Okay.
That will be Fear's turn. It's the vine guy. It's going to try and hit you, Varian.
Probably gonna succeed.
I rolled like shit. Not off to a good start. That is a 31.
Yeah, that still hits, Kenan.
Take 12 points of piercing damage as another root erupts into your arm.
Cool.
40.
That's a critical.
36 piercing damage as another one shoots from the ground through one of the birds and into your stomach. His last attack, minus 10, 31.
That still hits.
15 points of piercing damage
Okay.
as another one slices through your arm. It is your turn.
Okay. So I guess we're beyond talking. That's fine. If I stay here any longer, I'm sorry, I will die. And I'm going to pop back into the ethereal plane because I have like 15 HP left. And one more hit will literally kill me.
Okay. So you leave Fear there alone.
Oh my god. Oh.
I am literally on the verge of death. I'm going to hobble back again. Unfortunately. I would have liked to have stayed, but it hits really hard. And it doesn't miss me. Because it hits really hard. And I need all 3 actions to move into the ethereal plane, so I couldn't even try and shoot it once and then go.
Nope.
So I'm going to do that and bloodily make my way back to where I was again, outside of the tunnel, and pop back.
Clover. You see Varian appear in front of you with many more holes than he left you with.
Clover is sitting crisscross applesauce in a circle of blue flowers.
Varian,
It did not go well.
is Fear okay? Are you... What?
I have no idea.
I can't do anything to help you right now.
I understand.
I'm sorry. It's all my fault. I'll go fight him.
No, you won't.
Yeah, I can do it.
I'm
No.
trying to push myself up.
Alright, roll a athletics check.
20.
Alright, it takes you a bit, and it's not effortless, but you're able to stand.
She's marching towards the wall.
The wall is not there anymore.
Oh, well, marching towards the hole.
Varian will grab the chain.
That's not fair.
You're not going in there.
Well, I have to help somehow.
Even on the path down there, it was still shooting out vines to attack before we even got back to the area. Fear is a lot stronger than he thinks he is.
So you just left him there?
There was nothing I could do. If I tried to do anything but leave, it would have killed me.
I can just shrink his body and really annoy him.
Did you annoy him?
I don't know, he seemed more interested than annoyed.
If you get captured again, it was completely pointless.
Okay,
Because I can't save you.
okay. Can you at least try to dress your wounds? I can walk you through it.
Fine, but get away from that wall. Just in case.
She sighs and walks back to her circle of blue flowers.
Okay.
Okay, show me how to do this before I... Just show me how to do this.
I can tell you how.
Yeah.
My hands are kind of behind my back.
You have stuff in your bag, right?
Yes. Grab my pack.
So she is walking Varian through treating his wounds.
Varian will grab the pack
Okay.
and open it up and pull out the stuff that she uses to dress wounds.
Alrighty.
You have to kind of clean it out first because you don't want that to get infected. And
Okay.
okay, and then kind of tap that up and then...
With this?
Yeah.
Okay.
I had stitched that if I could, but I can't, so... You
Okay.
can wrap it for now if you want, but...
Okay.
First put that ointment on it because it'll make it feel a little bit more numb. Not as painful.
I will apply the ointment and then try and wrap it. I'll start with, I'm assuming my leg wound.
Alright.
Ooh, I rolled a 920, so 34.
If you're trained, are you trying to treat wounds actively?
I don't know, I just have a trained in medicine.
2d8. Oh, it's critical. 4d8. That would take 10 minutes.
4. I rolled like shit. I heal myself for 11.
Right, as you are walking him through how to bandage himself up, Fear appears with a key in one hand and a rooty mess of a head in the other. Never leave me again. That was... Oh my gosh, I almost died.
Are you okay?
No!
I almost died.
He looks fine.
Do you see how many more holes he put in me in the 6 seconds I was there? You don't have a scratch on you.
It was close, though.
I don't see any wounds.
Can you take the...
They're more emotional.
Can you take the cuffs off of her? You have the key.
Yeah, I can take the cuffs off of her.
Thank you.
Did it say anything before you killed it?
It was mad that you were a coward and didn't want to fight him after you stole his bounty.
Did it say why it even wanted a bounty?
For the 4 plat, I'm assuming?
It's a fae.
And?
Why do they need money?
To buy things, I assume.
Why?
To live?
Can you undo me now?
Yeah, can you stop asking me questions so I can focus? And he'll walk behind you, Clover, and insert the key, and you feel these shackles loosen.
I am relieved that you are okay, Clover. And now that is subsiding, and the pain of this, all these holes, all these gashes, I can feel my rage quickly returning. We need to go to repentance because I want answers, and we need to... You being allies with guilt. You talk about fucking coward. I'll talk about fucking coward. Where the fuck did he go? You need to find out where guilt is. Why do we need to go to repentance? No, I need to find guilt. I need to answer my questions. That fucking coward. Why has he just been hiding here?
And we'll end there.
I'm bloody and dying. And I'm pissed.
He's so angry right now.
Thanks everyone so much for... Damn it, Nikki. Thanks everyone so much for joining us. We hope you enjoyed listening as much as we enjoyed playing.
He's unhinged. Oh my god, he's done. We have social media. Check us out at Top of the Road on Facebook and Instagram, and at Totercast on Twitter and Blue Sky. We also have a website, toterpodcast.com, and a TikTok at toterpodcast. Follow us, like stuff. It's got really intense.
Shout out to our Vessel and Witness tier patrons, Ray, Jermaine, and Grayson.
Shout out to our Apostle tier patrons, Ray, the Apostle of Scorn.
Grayson, the Apostle of Joy.
Kay, the Apostle of Ecstasy.
RMK, the Apostle of Compassion.
Alyssa, the Apostle of Rage.
Jem, the Apostle of Curiosity.
Bluebird, the Apostle of Awkwardness.
Namis, the Apostle of Bitterness.
Gabe, the Apostle of Anticipation.
And Kobe Beef, the Apostle of Bewilderment.
Thank you so much for all of your continued support. You allow us to continue creating this show for all of you. Join them. Go to patreon.com/topoftheround. I'm not stopping you. We'll see you there.
I guess that's it. We have a Discord. Find the link in the show notes. Help me. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
See you on September 25th. Bye, guys.